good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, evening, or depends on where you are. We are back in the process of Babylon 5 this week, as you can tell from the surroundings. If you can, I don't know, maybe.
What's with your voice?
I don't know. I took an accent. I got get rid of it.
Oh boy.
It is transforming right before my eyes. No, it is Italian.
For a second, I thought you were going to just start counting.
1, 2, 3.
Oh no.
Just
One
start doing
pizza,
different acts.
2 pizza, 3 pasta.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Mario. It's a me, a Mario.
It's a me, the counting Mario.
Oh my god.
You know the story behind the guy who does the voice acting for Mario, how he got the job?
I
No.
don't know.
He actually just gate crashed. He wasn't a professional voice actor. He just heard that was happening and he just gate crashed.
That's cool.
Right at the end of the rehearsal, like the auditioning session, and they're basically like, he just persuaded them just to let him try, and they went, okay, you got the end of this tape, and that's it. Yeah, they didn't even realize that they had run out of tape. I think they actually went on and tried to get new tape because they actually liked what he did. But it was like, one of the weird things was they were expecting everyone else went with the brief where they were expecting them to be actually kind of play it as New York Italian plumbers, so all gruff voices and all that. And he's just going, what? This is for kids? No, make it lighthearted. So he just crashed it and just did that. And I went, he's been in the job for however long.
That's a fantastic story.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hello everybody.
It's pretty similar to how Stephen first got the job as Veer. Have you heard of it?
No, how?
Tell us.
Apparently, like he got well, he didn't gate crash anything, but he did get an invitation to go to a job reading, and there was a line of people ahead of him, and he was like, okay, this is the part, and there are these lines, and he's like, and then he looks like everybody else has this weird hairstyle going on, like he's like, should I have a hairstyle or something? And he goes to the bathroom and starts doing the Centauri hairstyle there with hand soap and stuff. And then his name gets called and he goes there like, I'm sorry, I look like a mess. Everybody else was having a hairstyle and JMS is like, yeah, that's weird. You're hired.
In other words, he just
yeah,
Natural personality.
self-conscious.
Yeah. He
Cool.
got his job by being the character instead of playing the character. We actually Mrs. Brewster and I just an hour ago watched a documentary about Peter Falk and Columbo.
Oh,
It's like they didn't write any mannerisms for Columbo because Peter was Columbo and Columbo was Peter. So
Yeah.
if you would have written anything about his mannerisms, Peter Falk would have added his own things on top of it, and that would have just been over the top. So they were just like, okay, Peter does this. Hold on. Columbo does this, and Peter adds the mannerisms and all that naturally on that, and le bueno.
yeah.
That's funny.
It was the one that I found interesting. My dad told me it was like Peter Falk was blind in one eye.
From age of
Yeah.
3. He apparently was diagnosed with a tumor behind his right eye, and they got the eye out to get the tumor out, and he was blind in the other eye for his life.
Who was this?
Peter Falk.
Columbo.
Oh, I see.
He's lived with a glass eye for most of his life.
Yeah.
Does anybody even? Oh no, I suppose yeah. I was gonna say, does anybody even know who Columbo is?
Yeah.
I watched a lot of them.
Yeah. Did you know that Peter Falk was at some point the best paid actor in Hollywood?
Kind of easy to be the best paid actor when you're the producer
Yes.
for your own TV
That was in the
show.
70s when he
Yeah.
was just an actor for the Columbo.
The actors did not get paid a lot until
Mhm.
and actors did not usually get paid a lot until Sylvester Stallone for the role Over the Top, where he plays an arm wrestling champion.
Mhm.
That role, the company Canon, who there's a fantastic documentary about, they were so outside of the system of Hollywood. They're like, we'll do our own thing. And anyways, they're like, we want Sylvester Stallone. We'll pay you a shitload of money. Here's a contract for the movie. That made the news Hollywood style. And after that, every other actor was like, hey, I want to get paid too.
And then we got this current situation where 90% of the budget goes to one star, and
Oh yeah.
That's when movie stars became a thing. Yes, and yeah, that's correct. It's all thanks to Canon Films. There's a fantastic documentary called I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Canon Films.
It's like, well, your movie contracts for stars back at the time, it was more along the lines of the movie stars would sign on with a film studio for like 10 films or something like that.
Yeah.
trivia question: The last Columbo, was it filmed and released in 80s, 90s, 2000s, or 2010s?
Oof.
I think it's 2008, the last one. Because I had looked at it, it's been going on for a stupidly long time. It's like 2008, 2009, I think was the last one.
Heck,
Or there
really?
was an episode of it in that time, I think.
So you're
I have no
betting
clue.
the 2000s?
2000s, I'm betting.
I have no clue.
No clue on on Carlos? What about...
I have no idea.
Okay, so...
I'm good.
Hmm?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You had something.
2010. Fuck it. 2010. Just for funds.
Just go for a year. Go for a year instead of a decade.
So, Peter Falk
Yep.
died 2011.
Wow.
He had been suffering from Alzheimer for several years. The last Columbo, the B podcasted, is the second to last day of the first month of 2003.
All right.
So surprisingly long career, considering that the first movie was in 68.
I know what I'm thinking of. It's 2008. No, that I'm thinking David Jason and The Touch of Frost.
35 years of Columbo.
He played the grandfather in The Princess Bride too.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Magnificent movie and an interesting but small role.
The narrator, I'd say he's
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
fantastic.
Very little in the visibility side, and
That's right. I keep meaning to. I want to rewatch that movie. I want to watch it with fresh eyes and throw the formula and see what the writing style is and watch it with fresh adult eyes.
yeah.
I'm gonna watch that this weekend.
So many things to watch. Well, Mrs. and I have also been watching The Breaking Bad. She's never seen it before, and she seems to be enjoying it.
I've actually watched it.
Apparently
I've
it's
only
super
watched
good.
The first episode. Only the first episode. That's it.
It's by the creators of X-Files. When X-Files started going, the first half of the X-Files when it was good, and then the second half when it was bad, it's not him. He went on to do other projects, but he's been wanting to do that Breaking Bad project for a while, and it's from the creative mind of the guy who created X-Files, so it's just good writing all the way.
Yeah. X-Files, I'm up to, I think, season 6.
To be honest, I've seen the sporadic episode of X-Files. I haven't seen it all, but I would say like 50%. It doesn't have the sort of big continuity picture. It's the traditional
It's half
90s
and
thing
half.
that has sort of an overarching plot, but
They were the
also
first to
half-
do that, by the way.
No, that's actually Babylon 5.
Babylon 5, Deep Space Nine
Deep Space Nine
was like a year afterwards.
Yeah, but it started as it didn't have the singing bubble, but yeah.
X-Files has a format called Monster of the Week and a long story arc. So
Yeah.
they have like 4 episodes of,
Yeah.
30% of it is continuing arc, and the other rest of it is just Monster of the Week.
I think Fringe did a better job of that formula than X-Files ever did.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but to be given credit, Fringe came a lot after they had
Oh, yeah.
the time to perfect and take
Yeah.
examples.
Oh, of course.
Like I think Babylon 5 and X-Files came at the same time at
Yes.
some point.
In the 90s.
Yeah, in the 90s. So
But that's the
could have,
reason. But that's the reason why Battlestar Galactica was fantastic, because that was 10 years on. Ronald D. Moore had the experience of doing long story arcs in Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, the same system was used in Stargate. They had the Monster of the Week, but also continuous
Yes.
progress
Yes.
through the series.
Yeah.
So
Good call.
I'd say, thinking about Stargate, the main issue with that as a series is they had the main conclusion at the end of season 8. So basically, season 9 was it? No, season 7. And it was like the last 2 seasons.
yeah,
They created an entire new storyline with new characters, and it's like, no, you could have left it.
yeah, but it was making money. They had the milk.
Oh,
milk
yeah.
it all.
Yeah.
Also, Blinky, Enterprise is criminally underrated Star Trek show.
Enterprise did it for season 3. There, did a good continuous story arc in season 3, but the issue is the first 2 seasons there.
They're using for the first couple of seasons. They're using the old-fashioned Star Trek return to
Yes.
status quo thingy.
Yes.
And then they do the long trek of the Voyager sort of storyline, and
the season 3, the Delphic Expanse, is fantastic. It is a very good storyline. What they did with season 4 was they just did more. It was more actually 2-part and 3-part story arcs instead of it being episodic. There, but
well, I do believe we are straying off the topic a bit
Yeah.
too much today. So, while it is fun to talk movie and series theory with you guys, I do believe our audience comes here for a different purpose, or do they? Audience, should we
Or
continue
banter,
talking
man.
about silly TV franchises? Do you want us to play the game? The ball is up in your court. Make your choice. I will give you 2 minutes.
yeah,
The mirror darkly.
Yeah.
So, do you want us to play or talk about it? Play the game, damn it! You'll never finish the season otherwise.
we could actually just put on episodes of Babylon. No, we can technically. That would be a copyright infringement. Sorry,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even suggest it.
We
Which
could
would be
act
very
the
nice.
episodes out.
Yeah, we could do an interpretive dance of it.
Rocky Horror style.
Then Lundo went and talked to Riva. You are the son of a bitch, and I will kill you.
We'll get the scripts. Oh, we shouldn't do that. Get the scripts for us one of these days and try to act it out.
Dole out the roles. You're playing Riva, you're playing Londo, you're playing
How-
Vir.
You know, I actually just show
What's my
people.
character? What's my character motivation for this scene?
To wear a silly hat.
You know this one where people say, "Oh, I can do a better job."
Oh wow!
Let's
Yes.
just see. Let's just show people how truly bad acting can be, you know? And it's like,
Oh yeah, on our Twitch you can stream Amazon Prime products.
Mhm.
If you're American.
Yes, but I think Babs 5 is no longer on there. They took it out at the beginning of the year.
Damn.
Isn't that on Hulu, I think?
No, it's not on nowhere right now.
It's nowhere now. That's a bummer.
Well, I mean, it's on a. Babs 5 is on Prime, but you have to pay for it's the paid version.
Oh.
It's not for free.
Okay. So, since the two regulars want us to play the game,
Probably do that, yeah.
Yeah.
so we should get back to it then. In previous episodes, our prep heroes were part of the Grand Revolution, rebellion against the authority of the Earth God. Oh, I probably should take off the banter tags.
Yes.
So, as part of the rebellion, you fought a battle against the invading forces of Earth God, that penetrated the hull and attempted a coup by Marines. And you were able to, with some damage, push them back. Not push them back, stop their advance. And that is when the Minbari reinforcements arrived and forced the enemy to retreat. You have survived. You are then taken apart to the victory celebrations. The local crews, most of which are Narn, the security teams, of course, most of which are Narn, are the rowdy sort of celebrations. Celebrants?
Celebrators.
Celebrators, yes.
Celebrants.
Celebrants, I like the word.
Party goers.
Americans butchering the English language for decades.
At least I have the excuse of not being a native. So, do you wish to partake in these celebrations?
Oh, 100%.
So you are
Rowdier the better.
I don't know. I have to ask my other personalities which one wants to go. That's the problem.
Malone loves to dance, although he does that awkward, very basic.
Shepherd dance.
Yeah, the very basic, because it's when you're like muscular, there's not a lot of flexibility, so it's mostly stiff, small dance movements.
Imagine having a middle arm.
You're gonna do the heavy metal portions.
Okay. Got it.
No, he does the robot.
The robot. Oh my god.
You mean the rowboat?
I think one of those parts.
The cyborg. He does that.
I'll see if I can program some moves into it.
He just starts flipping the bird on the robot jokes. That's all.
So,
No alcohol though for Malone.
you sure?
Yes, 100% sure.
Hold on. I'm gonna roll a d6.
Party time. Excellent.
Yeah.
Do.
So that would be slack. So yes, Terrence is drinking.
Terence is drinking.
Yes.
Copy that.
Yeah, I think Landis will probably watch from the sidelines and not actually take part.
Right. So Terence is the one to be drinking. Terence, give me an endurance roll.
Boop, 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 boop.
Endurance for Boogie.
Can I use carouse?
You can.
Yes.
What is that?
Carouse to drink.
It's the party skill.
I
Its mostly focuses on catering to others and being a sociable one. But I will allow you to use this.
You know, the funny thing is, I have 0 points in carouse. It's just, I mean, I'm training. I just don't have any skill level in it. So it would have made no difference. It just sounds cool.
So the full meaning is drink alcohol, enjoy oneself with others in a noisy and lively way.
Turns
Drinking
out
songs.
that the drinks make Terence much more bearable.
You're no longer so stiff?
Yeah. Legs, sociable, funny, does the occasional quip, and people seem to be appreciating him a lot more now.
We're gonna do this. This is slack. Now I can give you guys visual cues on who's talking.
No.
Who?
I'm just like waiting for the feather boa hat for
Oh
the
my
girl.
I'm the
God.
government agent here. Please go
This
for
is
it.
too much.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So,
But to keep a promise, the triumvirate would eventually make their way to Malone sometime during the night.
Yeah, no worries. Good party, huh? It's been a while since I've been to one of these.
Not too bad. You know, these guys know how to throw a shindig when, after, post-apocalyptic,
Apocalyptic times, man. You gotta slow down.
Be drinking a little bit, so a little bit of word issues.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Hey, listen, you held your own pretty nicely against invasion over there. You did good. I'm glad having you on our side. I think you're gonna work out.
I mean, I try my best.
How's your arm working out for you?
It's working. I mean, it definitely has been helpful.
Those were some slick dance moves you did there. Was that the robot?
I mean, I learned a few things back on Mars. Maybe I'll tell you a story one day, but another day. I have not drinking nearly enough to tell those stories.
Cool.
So I have a little bit of a favor to ask.
Oh?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you know this about me, but after we were stationed in Mars together, I had a bit of a, we'll call it a brain injury.
Oh, go ahead.
I've had a doctor who's been, looking after me. But I mentioned your experience with nanites. That's what they're called, right? Little robots in your brain.
That's what I had a doctor too, and that's what we determined and called them. Nanites. Tiny robots that fix stuff. Yeah.
But the question is, my doctor said that this would help kind of assist in maybe fixing some of the issues I may have. Because I don't know if you noticed this about me, but I seem to have some like personality changes every now and then.
Well, you've always been, quick to anger. Or, I don't know, I always thought that was bipolar or something. Listen, in our line of business, there's a lot of weirdos, and I ain't one to judge, I got my own issues.
Yeah, but no, it's part of the the brain issue that I was talking about before. But
Okay.
favor is doctor would love to see any scans on your brain if you could if you'd be free to let me get a copy of those.
Oh, sure, yeah. I got, no worries. I think a lot of that stuff is locked up in the med bay. And I got a couple recs. I'll take care of it. I know what you need.
You know what? There's a lot of people who talk shit about you, but you're a real cool guy.
People talk shit about me? Tell me who, I'll kick their fucking ass. I'm just kidding.
All right. All right, well, I'm going to continue to, enjoy myself a little bit before we get back on the ship.
Yeah, you do that.
And that's,
Party on, Terrence.
Yeah, Terrence. And as Slack walks away, you just hear a kind of a yay in like some recess of his brain. And that's it.
Fantastic.
This is while you two are discussing this matter, Mr. Landers Cortas is receiving a communique with the Dons.
Cortas.
Oh, sorry, I hope I'm not disturbing you, brother-in-law. There seems to be a problem on the Manticore.
What sort of issue?
There appears to be a round device, a red device in the bridge that seems to be making some sort of a noise and has a light on it. The crew is not entirely sure what it is.
Where are you currently?
I'm at the embassy. The ship is headed here from Centauri Prime.
You did take the services of Melina, didn't you?
Excuse me?
I marked up someone's name. Hold on, let me think. Out of character. Name of our engineer.
Oh,
Dujan?
Not Dujar. That's
Miana?
our tech. Miana.
Miana?
Miana, thank you.
been a
I'm
while,
having a
guys.
silly I'm just having a yeah.
No, I don't.
Back into character. Miana's on the ship, isn't she?
Yes, I believe so.
And she's not able to identify the object.
I'm not sure. They called me and told to call you.
Are you able to get a communication on my end to the Manticore?
Well, I would love to, but apparently the diplomatic service is the only one available and they can't connect directly to the Manticore. I got this message through the ambassadorial link from Centauri Prime.
Comms are still like we can't dial out, right?
Yep.
Basically. what was the last location reported?
Centauri Prime.
Are they still there, or have they went into hypers?
As far as I know, they were they did their thing and are returning here as planned. They should be here within 3 days.
We'll just, by the sounds of it, we're going to have to wait for 3 days to pass and see if the Manticore comes out safely.
Yeah, it appears so, yes.
In that case, I'm going to get a drink. I'm pray that my ship doesn't blow up. And I'll just terminate and I'll go, barkeep.
Okay. So, it appears you have 3 days to prepare before the Manticore arrives. Between that and this, you have a scheduled appearance at the official
Ceremony?
reward ceremony after the fight, which is the day after tomorrow. That should take a few hours of your time. But other than that, you seem to have your schedules free now that the Narn regiment is more than able to take care of the security needs.
Yeah.
But you can, of course, do some minor duties if you wish to. But essentially, as minor heroes, you're not expected to do much.
I myself, I think I'm going to go over to Fear to see if he can give me even more information, whether or not there's a recording of the message that he received that I can review there, or anything like that.
Yeah, you do that, and you spend some time analyzing it. But you do receive a 3D copy of the bridge where it shows that the device is going. You know how it's jumping on the handle.
I mean, does it look familiar to any of us? What it is?
Yeah, it's the red telephone installed in your bridge.
Yeah.
It's the phone, the bat phone.
Oh God. Why?
Terrence doesn't know about that though.
Yeah. Like, what is that? Why is there a old rotary phone in your
Does Terrence even know what a rotary phone is?
like, did good in school.
Yeah, he has seen it there, but probably thought it was a decoration of some sort.
I mean, hey, Terrence has an education of 15. He did well in school. Like, why is that in there? That does not belong in this century.
Yeah.
Well,
you've seen
it's
it
a
in
relic.
old movies.
Yeah, Malone sees a lot of old movies from the early 20th century, and those were that's a relic from that era.
So, would you tell him where that came from?
I'm trying to remember. That was the Techno Mage, isn't
Yeah,
it?
he put that in like, in case I need to call again. Like, no.
Yeah. Actually,
Oh, we need to.
You know what, Terrence? That's actually brings up an interesting point. That was a gift from the Techno Mage, the one that took care of my that hooked me up with these nanobots. You know, the scans that we were talking about.
Actually,
That's from Galen.
Kane
Isn't it?
gave you the nanobots.
But Galen is the one who gave us the phone.
Gotcha. You're right.
Is that his name?
I'm losing track of.
You
Because
met three techno mages so far.
Yeah.
Kane is the first one.
Yeah.
Second was the Elric, and the third one is Galen.
Galen. But Galen is the one who put it in our thing, right?
That's Galen's phone.
That's what I was.
Which, looking back, like 4 or 5 previous episodes, when we had that mysterious thing following us. Probably would have been a good idea to use the phone then.
Like, hey, can you?
We're
Nobody
idiots,
remembers.
so
Okay, then
it happens.
We're not smart people. Come on.
I literally thought about that like a few days later. I'm like, why did we just use a phone? I forgot that we had a phone.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Oh yeah, that's a technomancer. Got us one of those. Direct line name for emergencies. It's odd that he's calling us now, though.
Yeah, I mean, so no one in the ship thought to pick it up. They're just like, oh, it's ringing. This is weird. Don't touch it. And I feel like
they've been warned that that's something not to touch because it has to do with the technomancer, and it's kind of like nobody wants to call God by accident.
yeah, out of character. I feel very remiss that Miana at least hasn't been like, I should touch it. I should answer it because
Maybe she has, but you don't know about it.
okay, because she is the one person on that show I was like, who was like, ooh, technology. Ooh, I need.
Probably just got to go. Here's this, Miana. Don't want to speak to you. I'll call back later.
I want the robot. Give me a robot.
I don't care you're out of order. You will tell me when you're back in stock.
So we got 3 days until the ship is leasing in our space.
You do have a critical shortage of manpower once the Centauri crew exits.
Yeah, we have to hire new people.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. We should hire another crew because someone took all the Narns.
Yeah, you have the crew required to run the ship. You don't have the crew required to gun the ship.
Yeah, that's the important part because apparently things like to shoot at us.
Yeah.
What? Since when?
Ever
Sir
since Terrence
and
came
sir,
aboard.
like sir and sir, I do recommend that we reman the ship with those able to run all our weaponry.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good idea. You know what, Terrence? I think it's time to delegate some jobs to you. I'm gonna put you in charge of recruiting for our next blaster battle crew. What do you think of that?
If you give me orders, sir, I will follow it through.
Make it so.
Engage.
Yep. So Terrence goes to attention, salutes, and walks out to go find people.
I'm just hoping it's Terrence who does the recruiting and not Slack.
Yes.
Hey man, it's a 50-50. Well, it's a I don't know.
It's a 33.33333%.
You have a 1 out of 3 chance that Terrence is the one who does all the recruiting.
Actually, it's 33.30% chance.
All right.
Precisely.
I thought this is a fantastic idea.
So,
Okay.
Mr. Terrence,
Mm-hmm.
how would you like to approach the recruitment possibilities? You have the option of attempting to locate and hire a mercenary band that already has the required expertise, or you can attempt to find individuals to fill your ranks with and therefore have your own crew that has no such loyalties. But
Okay,
also
this-
comes with its own risks.
So this is what is going on in his head. All right. So, how many people do we need to man all the guns and whatnot?
Quite a few.
I believe you have
It
20.
was 20. It was 20, right?
20 guns.
Yeah.
That means at least 1 person per gun. The military recommends 2 persons per gun, so you have as backup if one gets wounded.
Okay, so 40.
But you also are a civilian program, so minimum of 20.
Okay, so this is what would happen under ideal principle. Terrence would hire 30 people.
It's about a
30
good number.
qualified people. who, as long as they get paid, they will cause zero issues. But you tell me how this works out. The caveat is Slack will be like, wait a minute, this is a good chance for me to build a crew. So there will be 10 people who are
Loyal to Slack.
loyal to Slack. Less reputable people. People that, you know, don't hate him immediately.
Right. So let's
I
start
am
with...
surprised that Terrence has survived as long as he has with
yeah.
these multiple personalities.
Oh yeah.
So, the issue here is, how does Terence approach it? Does he hire individuals or mercenary company? Because you can do both. But I just need to know if you go looking for... You have only 3 days, and 40 people to hire in 3 days
Well,
is
no,
a long time. Not a long time.
Yeah, he would be smart. He would hire a mercenary company that is his criteria was that there are people with military background who know how to follow orders, who know how to follow a hierarchy, and who are basically like the mercenaries who are like, as long as you pay me, there is no issues. Not, hey, this guy's paying me more, I'll shoot you because he offered more. But more like, as long as you keep paying me and you don't cause me no problems, I will follow your orders, period.
Do you wish to use your ally point in acquiring a mercenary company? Or do you wish to use an ally point in acquiring
Ruffians.
the personal crew?
I will use the ally point to hire Slack's gang.
Okay, so you get a Slack gang as your second ally out of 3.
I'm surprised you didn't give him the option for, you know, the other personality just wanting to bring on a few Cabana boys for herself, you know?
Well, she's more into science, so if
Fair enough.
I mean,
Oh, a few nerds, so...
So there's pocket square and some glasses, and she's happy.
So I don't know if that's a role to figure out who is the most reputable mercenary organization on Babylon 5 to hire from.
I do believe the proper role for that one would be streetwise to know. It's more about knowing things that are not public.
Nope, don't have Streetwise on Terrence, because Slack can give a shit about this, so he wouldn't roll for this. But Terrence is a jack of all trades, so that would be at a -2 instead of a -3.
Indeed.
What role would that be?
You can use either intellect or education at your leisure.
Okay, education at a -2. Normal -2.
Six. Alright. As Terence goes through the various selection of mercenaries available that would far fit his criteria, he can only spot 2 options available that would be to his satisfaction. Where did I put the options? Stupid windows everywhere. Come on, where are you? Over there. Right, roll me duty 10.
2d10.
I'm so glad I gave you this assignment.
It's going to be a shit show.
Fantastic.
So, what you find is is a Drazi military order from former Dilgar war veterans that are the old-fashioned types. The Centauri are fighting the Drazi in various little skirmishes, so they are about to embark on other orders soon, most likely, but they are still available. Called the Sacred Band. They have been formed around here ever since they saw Droshala, some sort of a Drazi deity, appear in Babylon 5 a few months ago. but that's not in here or there. But they have been gathering around here to focus their attention on surrounding the Babylon 5 space. But apparently there's no demand for a protective service of mercenary bands when you are a military outpost.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to hire themselves out to feed themselves. The other is a human band called the Sons of Zeus. They have a weird name, but they apparently are drawing their philosophy from ancient Greeks in somewhat. Seem to be men-only battalion.
Okay. So I'm going to let the audience know what the issue is here. Terrence has no fucking clue about the Frasier issue at all.
Mhm.
So it would not affect, it would not place a part in this decision because no one told him about it. So he's like, whatever, man.
We got a Drazi on the ship. He's good.
Okay.
You've got 2 Drazis on the ship.
Yeah.
I'll get him some more pals.
Okay. So, but I will ask this question just to do my due diligence so I, don't cause any strife. Does Terrence know that Frasier is a woman?
Has anyone told him?
I haven't.
Was he available? No, Terrence wasn't there when Fraser called Malone husband.
Nope. I was on the ship as Slack stealing shit.
I think the other issue is this.
Yes, we at some point we would have introduced everybody correctly. She's a woman.
Okay.
But it's not
Because you've heard them mention the joke about my wife multiple times.
Okay.
Possibly. But I think the issue might be is even if Terrence did know that Frasier was a woman, right? Does he then know about Drazi?
That's my next question.
I would allow Terrence to roll education check with the check of all trades. So with a -2, so he doesn't have science, xenobiology, does he? Or xenosociology, or something along those lines.
Hold on.
Xenoanthropology.
That also.
I think you'd be looking at.
I do believe it falls more under sociology than anthropology.
No. I don't have any of that.
No, with a -2 then.
Oh, this is going to be awesome. Because then it's going to be cold hard facts after this. It's 10.
Hey, you do know that it's a big no-no for Drazi women to be outside of Drazi space.
So, yep, that would basically mean. Okay, so he. So that's a point in his head. It's like, okay, that could be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
The Sons of Zeus, huh?
Worse.
It could be worse. I mean, they also could be a bunch of fucking xenophobes. Or if they're the Sons of Zeus, that could mean they just want to fuck whatever throughout the galaxy. It could mean a lot of things.
Well, if they're really going with the teachings of Zeus, if you look at mythology, was one fucked up god.
I know exactly. He's not the. He is yeah. Zeus is like the original fuckboy.
Yeah, he's not a good role model.
However, these are the sons of Zeus. Let's not forget Hercules. Is the only one I can think of at the moment.
Ares, a fucking minotaur.
Mars.
Yeah.
Here's again.
Mars,
This goes down to
Ares,
my. This goes down to my theory. This is the people like us that'll go out there and fight and kill and shit. We're not the normal people. There's shit wrong with us.
Yep.
We're sons of fucked up parents. So
You know what?
Oh, we're doing the best.
Okay, so he hires the Sons of Zeus. Then we'll
The
figure out
sons
how
of
that works.
Poseidon, the sons of Apollo.
Exactly.
He's collecting the set.
Were the daughters of Athena, like, were they busy? Are they off world? Are they not available right now?
The Sons of Athena are not on the station, and
Okay.
you don't have access to communications out of the station
Okay.
elsewhere.
All right, so Sons of Zeus it is. Yeah, I would basically go talk to their leader or who's ever in charge of them, and
I'm just waiting for him
I would-
to turn out his name is Hercules.
I will look at them, just look at them like tactics wise, look at any like tactical records they have and
Uh,
that kind of stuff.
as far as you can tell, they seem to be an effective fighting force. They do seem to have military background in the Air Force. Ex-Minbari war veterans, some of
Okay.
them, some of them even back in the Dilgari War.
Okay.
Uh,
Then I would ask them, do you have anything against Centauris or Drazis?
right. Uh,
Or Narn.
The email
Or
reply
Narn.
is the email reply is no.
I'm just waiting for the expansion where the die just sees
Where's-
us humans.
Okay, so then they're like, okay, how much?
You need 30 people a month. That
Yes.
would be 45,000. No, 50,000 a month.
50,000. Okay. Right. So I would send that to the colonel saying best option I could find, 50K a month, permission for approval. Because you got to work the military. There's always like, yeah, you just don't spend the money. You got to get permission.
Yeah.
Oh, 50,000 a month, assuming you do the upkeep. Since
far
it's
as
going
what?
to be your ship, so you are responsible for housing and feeding.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
50K
that's a
plus
given.
upkeep. 50K a month plus upkeep costs.
They just get pure wages.
That's just the pure wages.
You tell that fucking idiot that we're doing it for no less, no more than 49,500 a month.
No, that's fine. It's acceptable. I'm trying to find the actual sheet here that we had it on to what the
We've got money
Uh,
for once.
yeah. So I would tell him accept it. Be ready, and whenever the ship is supposed to be there, like what time is the ship supposed to be there? I want them there 2 hours earlier. Information for inspection.
No foul lines.
Can do. Sending paperwork.
All right, and then
And attached is the link to the hiring form which you fill out and agree to form, and they draw the first salary immediately.
and then slacks 10 people that he's going to be like, yeah, money's going to be had. You guys
damn. That's a lot
on the
of-
surface, you follow these guys' orders. I'll be pretending sometimes to be somebody different, part of the game, but we all know who's really in charge.
Okay, who is the contact person in this group? This is a gang that's been on Babylon for a while. You know them, you worked with them, and you know the gang leader from back in the day in on Earth. I believe you attended the university, a college of some sort.
Terrence did.
Anyway, but yeah, you go way back with the gang leader.
Mhm.
Who is he? Who is it? He or
Tell us
she?
about him.
You know what? There's this. Let's bring some more females on the ship. Why not?
Yes.
Make her
Sasha.
badass.
We're just gonna name her Sasha. That's all she goes by, Sasha.
Sure.
Sasha.
Yeah.
That's good. Russian.
No. Sasha is from Panama. She's Hispanic.
Sasha.
Badass, tough leader, older, blonde, brown hair. Let's
She's
see,
she's definitely
sun-drenched.
she's definitely muscular. She looks like she works out. She looks like she's been in quite a few fights. She definitely looks like she can give Terrence a run for his fucking money. She could definitely run for money, and like she's big enough to basically probably be on equal standings and fight between Terrence or Malone, whoever.
Nice.
One of them. She could definitely hold her own between the two. It would not be an easy fight.
She reminds me of Vasquez from Aliens.
Nice. Okay, what about Mr. Coulthard? What are you doing this few days before the surprise?
I'll be making inquiries with Londo about, he mentioned something about a potential job, so I'll be at least making inquiries about that.
Right. He does have a job for you. He tells you that he needs a pickup on Centauri Prime at the top or Narn homeworld. Discreet. No one should know about it.
Okay. My ship would get would register and be fine for my ship to go through, but if it's more the matter of my crew, if any Centauri blockade ship in Narn to come aboard, that might raise more questions.
Consider this a test of your abilities. I will not tell you how to do your job. I'm telling you to do it. How is up to you. When is up to me. And when is as soon as possible. Whenever, as soon as you get your ship, I expect you to be on your way to Centauri Prime without delay. And the job should be done within the month.
And as you're saying, I am just ferrying an individual, am I? To Narn.
Yes.
You'll have my answer, Ambassador, by the time my ship arrives back at the station.
Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
You want the answer to be yes. On the other hand, meanwhile you are helping Veer out. Roll me an admin check.
Yes. I do not have admin, guessing, education.
Yeah, education with a -2 then.
So, do we have volume problems
Do we?
according to the chat?
I'm guessing that's going to be a neg free.
We are all very quiet, so I will just increase the volume a bit for the rest of you and a bit for me.
I will say that John gets real low and quiet when he gets into his Lattice persona.
Yeah.
I'm the loudest. All right, so right now, here's my normal talking voice right here. This is me at my norm.
I will bring the mic closer to my face.
I'll turn the gain up and I'll also lean in. Okay, -3, I'm guessing. Modifier for the roll.
Yes.
And not accidentally put it as -30. So that. Ooh. 8.
Good. You know, as you're doing the paperwork, helping Veer out, you notice that according to the orders Veer has sent to your ship, it made the trip between Centauri Prime and Narn Homeworld 2 times during its tenure under his command. And apparently the cargo was Narn's.
I am gonna have a wee chat with my brother-in-law. I'll probably do it in his own quarters.
Okay, roll me 1d3.
1d3, yes.
One. Right. You have this problem that whenever you try to, whenever you have the opportunity to get to him when he's in his quarters, Londo summons you in for some one thing or another. Like, hey, I need you to do this, and I need it done now. Or Veer is called to do the exact same thing with Londo. So you're having horrible difficulties getting the timing right to be just the two of you. Either he's on an errand in a public space, or with Londo or something.
Yeah. I'm... Yeah, I'm just gonna put a message to Feared for him to visit me in my quarters for a dinner.
Okay. Yep. He accepts, and the time comes for the dinner.
Yeah.
He's nowhere to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
You wait for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You try to call him. He doesn't
Yeah.
answer.
I'm just going to send a coded message to his comm terminal and I say, do you want to talk to me about the slaves?
Meanwhile, Mr. Malone, what are you up to while you delegate your duties to Mr. Howard?
I want to learn how to use this pike. And I think I want to talk to possibly Veer. Oh, is it Veer? No. To Lennon. Linear, yes.
Lennon is no longer on the station.
Yeah, yes, that is 100%. Linear. There he is. Either that
Barry all
or
look-alike.
Nevin. Either that or is it Nevin?
No,
Nevin's gone.
Nevin's gone too. They're all gone.
Navon.
Vaughn, yes.
So you approach Mr. Linear on the subject.
Yeah.
Linear seems apologetic about it, but he is not one trained in the use of the Minbari fighting pike. It is the weapon of a warrior. He would love to show you the basics, but that's about as far as he can do it by the tomes he knows. But he promises that if you give him a few days, he will look up the manuals and try to emulate the service. Other than that, there seems to be a ranger on the station who knows.
Yeah, I was gonna say Green Ranger. Will they be able to help on with this?
I think it's Green Ranger.
Or
These are members.
Rangers?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is a
Oh,
ranger on the
Power
station that
Rangers.
might be able to help you, but he can't promise on his behalf. But he can arrange a meeting with him.
Yeah, please. That'd be fantastic. I appreciate you, Lanier.
Mm.
I want to learn the ways. I want to get better.
Okay. Well, I will require you to make a persuasion roll for this ranger to use his time in training you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. You
You watch
cheeky
this, and
guy.
he's going to take away your stuff.
Really? Oh no. Well, that's not good. Hang on one second. Let's do this roll.
Oh, nice.
So you meet up with this ranger in a shady tavern in the underbelly of the Babylon 5. It seems like that, whatchamacallit, the Aragon type, sort of broody corner type, until he starts talking. Then he seems to be more like Pippin.
Marcus? Is it?
He calls himself Max.
Mm.
And he's like, sure, if you can take me on, I'll teach you. But I'll have to do it my way or the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a gift from an honored friend, so
Just
I want to
clarifying,
serve him right.
Hasn't
You're the
Malone met
teacher, Elder.
Marcus?
Right. So he has you scrubbing the walls, waxing the cars.
That's wax on, wax off.
So, yeah.
No, more like sweep off, sweep on, sweep off, sweep on, because you need to learn how to use a staff.
We've worked with Marcus. I think we smuggled in that
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I was just keeping the audience in suspense. I thought I know all of you knew who it was going to be, but
Fantastic.
yeah, Marcus is all like, yeah, sure, I'll teach you. Not many lessons you can fit in 3 days, but
No, that's I want to learn the
very
Basics.
basic circuit. Start using it, adding it to my inventory in fights whenever possible.
Right. This comes a bit of a surprise, but we're going to take a 10-ish minute break here. We'll be back 20 past. So see you in 10-ish minutes, folks.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Blinky has it right. When nature calls, nature calls. I could not resist its siren. song.
You answer that phone call. Although
you
you don't
answer
want to
that
let it go to
phone
voicemail. You do not want to let it go to voicemail.
Yeah. That voicemail stinks.
I think you know you've got the voicemail instantly.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the way it lets you know that you have you missed a call.
You missed a call. Oh boy. We're stretching this analogy too much now.
No, not enough. Right.
Yeah, Rooster hates when he's got a bursting data package.
Right.
That might be me stretching it now.
So it was Carlos doing the juggling with Marcus.
Yes.
Right. So you juggle with Marcus a few days, concentrating on your own personal development instead of doing various other things. Cortas is trying to get in touch with Vera, but is failing miserably. And Mr. Howard is hiring his own gang of miscreants.
No, Slack is hiring his own game. Mr. Howard has done his job.
Yeah, I was talking about Mr. Howard.
Okay.
And then Slack is hiring a gang of ruffians.
Oh, okay. All right. We're gonna take over the ship. That's all. That's all. You guys just should know that up front.
Fair enough. So,
I keep putting trust in you, and you keep paying it off perfectly.
Yeah.
before Beer manages to reply to Mr. Cortas, you receive a communique that your ship is arriving into the system. Your I would like to say your watchdogs in the Babcom system announced that the Manticore has entered the solar system and jumped in from the hypergate. It will take a couple of hours for the ship to be ready and boardable. But meanwhile, Mr. Howard, you received the call that the sons of Zeus are gathered up in the wherever you agreed it to be.
Oh, I'll just say it in the cargo bay, but basically the place we're gonna all start getting shuttled out.
Yeah,
I just
you received that in advance, and the 30 or the 40 members of your combined new crew are waiting in there. The nine plus Sasha,
Yeah.
and Sasha and the 9.
Yeah. So I would then call Malone and
Rest in block. Sorry.
say, sir, would you like to accompany me for an open ranks inspection of the new crew?
Absolutely. I'd like to see who you got. Meet you there in a few minutes.
Across the river Eisen. So I had to make that right.
Ooh, Sasha and the 9 rings. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha and the 9 rings. So
That's a nice.
So
one,
Sasha is Sasha part of the? We have apparently 2 factions here. We have 20.
30 mercenaries
30 marks.
and 1 gang leader and 9 subordinates.
Yeah.
So Sasha's part of the gang then, huh?
Yeah. How much am I paying Sasha in the gang?
Yes. How much are you paying the Sasha and the gang? Since
Wait,
Sasha
isn't this all
counts as an ally, she will take future promises of spoils, but she will expect those to be materializing within months. But you can also pay them some in advance.
Man, making me do math. What's wrong with you people?
We never did
All right.
promise there was no math, so.
Yeah. All right. So this will be the story. Whether anybody believes me is another story. I would tell Malone that I couldn't find all the people in one company, so I had to get the last 10 from somewhere else, and it's going to be 20,000 for those individuals, a month for those individuals. You can tell me go get bent, but hey, that's
told me I'm confused now. So is it 50K for everybody?
70K. 70K for all 30 people.
50K for the Sons of Zeus.
And 20 for Sasha and the 9 rings.
He's making sure that they're. I don't know about this arrangement. I'm dealing with other things.
You don't know about this
to
arrangement.
deal with the crew management.
This is very expensive because of the last crew. We paid 10K for 20 Narns. These guys are literally 5 times as much.
Hey man, you can say no at any time.
Terrence, I put you in charge of this. This is an expensive crew. I don't mind doling out the money, but they better be worth it. Let's see they better be worth it.
Okay. Then once I got the okay from him, Slack would then call Sasha and say, look, there's definitely money to be had with these guys, but we have to play the slow game. But I got you and your crew 20K to split between you guys a month just to hold you over so you're not making nothing.
Hey. Mijo. This will do for now.
And I'll sweet it probably like, cause just FYI, they sold a shit ton of nukes before I got on the ship.
Nukes?
So those are the kind of guys we're working with.
So these guys are running within billions of credits?
Possibly. I haven't been able to find all the secret places, but I feel like there's some place on that ship that I haven't been able to find.
Mijo. I know I liked you.
Look, you take care of me, Sasha, I take care of you. You know this.
Yeah. I do, darling. Now, let us get to work. I do believe you did invite this colonel of yours to come inspect the troops.
He's going to be calling me Howard or Terrence. Just play along with it.
An alias. Smart going. Or is it alias? No, whatever.
And then I walk.
Vamos.
Then I walk away.
So,
Enter Malone.
So, in the room, you have the 10 people that are the other band, which are, well, how would Terrence, which are led by this tall, muscular Latino lady. It's quite the startling physique and the stare that could kill in 1,000 yards.
I wouldn't introduce the 9 others. I would just be like, I know Sasha. We go way back. If she recommends them, they're good. She'll keep them in line.
All right. Well met, Sasha. And who are these guys? Sons of Zeus or something?
Yeah,
the Sons of Zeus.
They are dressed up in what seems to be modern military, but stylized or painted to look like they are hoplites.
Like painted to look like what?
Hoplites,
Hoplites.
like the old Greek style. They don't have the shields, but the outfit is stylized in the manner that looks like they.
Think this is Sparta.
Well, not that naked.
Yeah, so
But with armor.
new shit, but old aesthetic.
I
Yeah.
got you.
And one of them steps forward. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Gérard Housson. I am the leader of the Sons of Zeus. You may call me Zeus. The real
You
name
prefer to be
is,
called Zeus rather than Gerard?
that is Gérard Housson. And, well, it is an old nickname from the day we had like 6 Gerards in the front group, and they started calling me Zeus. So now I'm Zeus. It's a long story. Maybe another day.
Well, as long as you know how to follow orders, Zeus, I'll call you whatever you would like.
Yeah, your service sheet here looks pretty good. Your resume.
I have served in the Air Force since the Bulgari War, through the Minbari War, and during the downsizing after the Minbari War, we took over on our own and have been serving the very smaller races. And now we are gathered together and at your service. Our last mission was for the Burakiri to guard some shipments. It was not as exciting work. Being a mercenary on a transport vessel, boring, nothing to do, and nobody there to attack us. So it was very, very boring.
Well, unfortunately, I cannot promise you an exciting shootout every day of the week, but we do see our worth of issues and conflicts. So some days may be off, but some days might be exciting.
As far as I know, you at least have a warship in your disposal, so we get to play with big guns.
Yeah. I expect you guys to be fully trained on how to use them. They are Centauri in make, so
well, to be honest, the Centauri don't often hire outside, and we have not served the Centauri, but I doubt the gun systems are that different.
Yeah.
You should give us a week or two, and we are primed and ready for use in any combat situation.
Well, you'll be getting your orders from either myself or Colonel Malone here. So we will delegate those down to you, and you can delegate it to your men as you see fit.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, arrangements have been made. Transportation. We shall be boarding the Manticore here shortly. We'll sort out rooms and assignments and things like that. I'm assuming you're all ready to board up and have all your belongings with you.
Yes, this is clear. We have a few crates waiting for us over there, and that should be our gear and our regular bagage.
All right.
Fantastic.
We are
All
ready
right.
to move. The boys can push them in, but we would rather use the anti-gram systems.
Very well, Zeus. I'll mostly I'm gonna let you be in command whenever we need to. I'll rely on you to relay the orders onward.
Naturally, man.
Our
Whatever
weapons
you
team.
desire, we are here to kill it.
Ah, good.
That's what I like to hear.
A ton hot!
Good job, Terrence. I think this crew's gonna do just fine. As
Oui.
usual, you're the man for the job.
Oui. I should mention, we have a proud tradition of serving the French Third Legion until my grandfather became citizen of the French. After that, we have been serving the French military until after. But who wants to know about my past? Eh? No. Would you like some voyages, perhaps? Fromage? I have some good ones from back home.
I mean, we have a butler, Sven Spielberg. I forget his name. You probably talk to him. He could probably take care of any accommodations.
Oui. Have you talked to your butler? Perhaps he can recommend me for a good wine.
Fantastic.
What?
Mon crayon es Juan.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Kun Pierce, c'est le mot.
As we're walking away, me and Malone, I would say, Colonel, when we do a route on the ship, is it all right if I get the full schematics on the ship just so I can plot some tactical arrangements? Don't look at me like that.
Again, my person. I know what you're doing.
This is Terrence talking.
I cannot object to anything that you're doing.
This is Terrence talking. He wants to make sure he has a full tactical awareness of the ship.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk to Mirna about that.
All right.
I'll have a word with her and I'll see what I could get you.
Yeah, I don't want any repeats. So best way to look to make sure there's no entrance weaknesses, egress weaknesses, anything to make sure we have we can deploy troops when we need to effectively.
Yeah. Well, we have had no problems recently. We've had no problems. We're going to do an inspection here. As soon as this transport's ready to leave, we'll go through over all that. No problems.
The transport from Manzico arrives a bit after the inspection, bringing in the lone Centauri crew that was piloting it, including Freyja piloting the shuttle. All but Freyja exit the shuttle, nodding at you on their way past. The temporary captain stops in front of Landers, giving the Centauri bow.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you kindly for loaning the ship to us. The payment for the terminal should be in your bank account within the day.
Thank you for taking care of my ship.
It was nothing out of the usual. We have been doing this sort of assignments ever since. Yeah. There's a few cargo containers still being transported from the ship to Babylon 5, but that should be handled within the hour, and should be handled by the station personnel and not us. So we are no longer required. I believe Miss Vesa is in charge at the moment, overseen by Mr. Malari.
Yes.
Any questions at this point?
No questions.
Here is a report of the situation of the ship, but Ms. Vesa should know the intimate details. The device has gone quiet since we reported it to Mr. Cotter.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you should take a look at it.
Yes, I will. Again, gentlemen, thank you for bringing my ship back in one piece.
It was a pleasure. The ship handles beautifully for its age.
Yes, it does.
Good idea.
Adieu.
Yeah.
Little French for goodbye.
Yeah. I'm just gonna actually have a review of the log that the temporary captain has given me, and I just want to see what is stated on that log.
As you look at the log, you notice that there are no destinations marked on it. The log just has the odd markings of the fuel consumption and these sort of things, and current fuel status, and mostly the status of the ship instead of the navigational information.
Just out of curiosity, The fuel consumption, would that be consistent with a trip from Narn to Centauri Prime?
Well, twice as much.
Back and forth. Okay.
Well, twice as much as the back and forth.
So there's been 2 trips. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it's matching up with what my suspicions are. Okay. I think one of the things I've done is with Londo suggesting this potential job, I have contacted Malone and I said, Malone, have you looked over the recent crew?
Yeah, they look fine. Seasoned set of warriors, mostly all human.
Okay. Human?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excited
they're
about that.
all humans. Well, yes, even the gang is all humans.
Okay.
You're outnumbered now.
That might work in my favor. The ambassador has suggested a job, but it might make sense that for us to implement said job, if the majority of us were to pretend that we're a Centauri crew, if they were to adjust depending on their hairstyle, adjust their hairstyle, we can present most
Just
of them.
put helmets on them.
Yes, exactly.
So what was that?
Just put a helmet.
Put a helmet
Most-
on them.
Yeah, most low-ranking soldiers in Centauri military wear helmets.
Okay. Should we get some helmets then?
Yes.
Do we have any Centauri accoutrement like that?
Well, to be fair, this all except Howard have spent so much time with Centauri that the Centauri nobles tend to be the sort of that they outfit their crew as they please.
Okay.
There is the Imperial style, which is the most popular one, but there are the ones that have their soldiers dressed up in fancy different outfits to recognize them from the others and give them the unique flair. So having your guys dressed up as the old hotline style would be perfectly
Acceptable.
Centauri style. But would fit
Just make sure
perfectly
they're
with
helmed.
Centauri. Yeah, just give them a fancy helmet and voila, you have yourself a rather fancy crew
Okay.
to fit the Centauri.
Would that work? Get us up some bands, some helmets, and boom, we're all Centauri now.
Actually, that might just work.
All right. Well, tell me the rest of it.
It's a simple. We're to ferry someone from Centauri Prime to Narn. No questions asked, but we're need to try and get the person past the blockade. And I'm thinking if there was to be any stops, having the vast majority of the crew who are human dressed as normal soldiers would probably be appropriate. If we're getting stopped, we can make sure that any of our other alien crew members, I'm going to hate suggesting that, but they can pass themselves off as slaves. There.
Okay.
Practice that. I've been hoping that our word would drop, but still, some people won't bat an eyelid if they see.
No worries. At its core, our mission is to smuggle somebody from here to there. In case we get caught or stopped or whatever, we have a cover story that'll go through it.
It is just that what we say is with everything that's going on and Narn, the occupation forces will need supplies, so we could see if we can, as a secondary job, get a job to a contract to supply the forces on Narn as a cover and get paid.
Sounds to me like you put a lot of thought into this. You're the captain now.
Yeah.
I say let's do it, but you've got the final word.
I'll then talk to Londo in that case.
Well, let's go see what this once we get on the ship, let's go see what this phone call's all about.
Yeah.
Should be there shortly.
Yeah. You do that. I'll talk to Londo and see what arrangements.
Why don't you wait till we answer the secret communication device? You never know that this might take precedent. The fate of the galaxy might rely on this thing. Who knows?
Temporary captain, he has just advised me that the device did stop ringing.
Oh,
Yes. You can try and see if you can get a hold of him.
should we call him back?
He tried to call us.
I mean, it'd be rude not to.
Did he? I mean, I'm sure he did show you how to use it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But anyways, I'm just suggesting, let's wait to hear from. Let's wait to hear what he has to say before we make any go one way or the other.
I'll quickly pass off anything off as me just quickly double checking the shot. The shot.
When we arrive at the ship, we want to do a quick once over, make sure everything's fine, unload all the things, show members where their crews are at.
It takes a few trips on your shuttle to get all the crew on board.
Yeah.
So, Freja's.
That's why That's why I wanted to arrange like an actual like one big bus or whatever's needed to minimize the trips.
Yeah, well, fair point. But yeah, you do get all of the people on board. On board eventually, one way or the other.
Yeah.
And you'll go through the ship. First off, of course, to meet you is your regular crew members. There's the the two Centauri, the Narn, the Tazi, greeting you. Welcome back, Captain. And Colonel and Mr. Alad.
Well, we're back. Thanks a lot for looking over the ship. I hope the other crew was okay.
It is our job, you know?
Fantastic. Introductions all the way around. This is Zeus, Sasha. Introduce you to Miana, Freyja, Fier, Dujar, Gunter, Gunter and Dr. Sergey.
As I'm leading them around, showing them stuff.
A pleasure to meet, an utmost pleasure to meet a lady of such fine stature as yourself.
Listen, Fair, can you would you be so kind as to arrange quarters for the crew? We've got the
Excuse me, sir. I do believe that would fall under the butler's jurisdiction. It would be improper to use the sensor officer for that.
Correct, and that's I didn't have his name on here.
Mr. Strice.
Strauss?
Strice.
Thrice.
No, you will be more than capable of taking care of the accommodations of the gentlemen. And since I did have an early warning about it,
Yeah.
I have done the preparations.
How many of the nice suites do we have left?
Well, considering that you did house the previous 40 in the nice suites, you should have enough for the new 40 as well.
Okay. Because I want to make, I mean, out of care, I just want to make sure Shasha has her own.
He's keeping her sweet.
Keeping her happy.
Well, that would mean you would need to use one more, but yeah, I do believe you had a couple of extra after the crew. If
We've doubled our crew now. Even
I mean,
last time we had only 20 Narns.
Yeah,
This time we
I
have
mean,
40 people.
You've just got a dangerous criminal on the ship.
right.
Better
So
keep
yeah,
them.
you don't have enough accommodations for all of them.
We don't. Everybody's on double. The
Well,
crew's
I thought we set it up for like double
Yeah.
occupancy for most of them, and there was only like 9 like real
I
like
think you have
single people
30
bedrooms
by...
left
Let's see.
less I.
because we had enough room to double up people because we thought about this, but we didn't.
You have exactly 30 high state rooms, which equals double occupancy, 60 people.
Yeah.
So you have enough for the 40, the 39 crew members to double up. Actually, make it 38 to double up, and then have the 2 officers with their own quarters, and your officers with their own quarters. So 1, 2, 3. Well, it's a juggle, but I think you can make it if you make the double ups make sense.
Man, this crew's on double. I think 40 is too many.
I'm gonna throw out this to you. I am wholly expecting a lot of
Yeah,
these people to
40.
die soon.
You need to double up. Oh, you need to double up every bed.
Yeah, because you think about it, if we get shut up like we got during the battle before last,
Oh yeah.
yeah, people are just gonna be dead. It's like,
yeah.
Everybody was back. Everybody died. It's fine.
Hold on. You mean the battle where Landis was nowhere to be seen and
Yes.
wasn't involved
Yeah, that battle.
in the said battle tactics? Because the last battle that I took part in, the battle tactics went fine.
I mean, you did have somebody swooping mines everywhere. I'm just throwing it out there. But no. What about the one where Derek died? Come on now.
I was nowhere near.
But yes, it appears that you do not have the necessary space, so I did accommodate a few of the cells for temporary accommodations. I would like to make a requisition for supplies to turn some of the cells into living quarters for the crew.
Yes, of course. On your recommendation.
I do believe we have 38 non-officers, new ones, and we would require that much living space. I would recommend barracks accommodations for the hardened soldiers.
I would say that's appropriate.
I think this tracks because Terrence really doesn't know a whole lot about this ship, and Malone was just like, get the job done. Like, okay. We got
Pretty
this
much.
many guns. I know we have this many guns. You need at least 2 people per gun. Math, go.
There's a whole lot of little nitty gritty detail, like how much room we have, blah blah blah. We're making it work.
Yes, on your recommendation. Fantastic. Bunks galore.
Yes. Miss Versa and I have acquired a list of supplies required. Here's the list. And the best offers we could find at a short notice. For the
I look at
required
this-
supplies.
I look at I scroll all the way to the end. There's a big old number with a lot of zeros at the end.
4 million credits.
Fuck a duck.
Structural changes to the ship are not cheap.
Yeah.
But since you're doing most of the work, let's round that down to 2 million, because your own crew is doing it.
Good mail.
And Slack just tells Sasha, see, they're just throwing money. Just like, hey, shit's not working. Here's $1 million credits. Go do it.
I sign off the bill. Make it so. In the meantime,
So your bricks are all transferred into living accommodations for the crew.
I mean, because let's be realistic. We don't take prisoners. We just kill people.
Yep.
Maybe.
Maybe we take prisoners one time and then we end up killing them anyway, so it's fine.
Yes.
Make it so.
Make it so. Oh. Luckily, the station has the required supplies and they will be transported within the hour as soon as the last of the cargo containers is transported off the ship.
in the meantime,
Bridge.
let's head over to the main room, control
Bridge.
room.
Bridge.
Rich, jeez, my brain is just dead this morning.
Of
I had
course.
no coffee today. I'm sorry, I'm very slow.
And no worries. That happens to all of us.
So yeah. All right, so let's head over to the bridge, see what this phone call's all about.
Oh, no. Blinky, blinky, blinky.
Indeed.
Why would you be shocked about us not inspecting their containers of my new guests? I trust Terrence. I gave him
Oh no.
a job. He succeeded fantastically.
Oh no. Terrence would definitely go and start inspecting things. I didn't say I was going to the bridge. I'm not in charge. I do grunt work. Terrence is going to the cargo bay and scanning the fuck out of everything because
You're invading their privacy. How
Hey.
awful of you.
I'm fucking paying them. They follow orders.
Yeah.
I'm paying them.
As you go to the cargo department, you see that there is a cargo shuttle currently docked, and they are moving a cargo container labeled as a Centauri embassy. It's a big one into the ship, and they are moving the 2 cargo containers that the crew had on them, the new crew, and they are being slid in afterwards, but they are still on the shuttle.
I'm checking everything. Everything.
Everything that they bring in.
Well, I mean, I'm checking
It's nice to
the cargo thing. Landis did that, so I'm assuming that he did his job as the captain.
Uh-huh.
But the new guys, I'm checking and shit to make sure there's no contraband, any of that kind of stuff.
Okay, fair enough. Give me an investigation check.
What are you gonna do if you find contraband?
We're going to have a
We're gonna
have a
find out.
conversation. Okay, so I don't have investigation.
That's with a -3 then.
3.
-2.
Jack
Is that
of all trades, damn it.
Hey. So that's what intellect roll -2.
Yeah.
Snake eyes, come on, snake eyes up.
Why would you? Okay, I mean, I don't care. I like the drama. It's a 5.
It's a 5. You do not spot any contraband among the items.
Okay.
Personal gear seems to be mainly entertainment, civilian clothes, some toy, luxuries that you would assume somebody who is heading away from home is bringing with them.
Okay.
Some of them have some food containers, but they are clearly labeled and up to the standards. So you don't. And the other container is as labeled, containing weaponry that is illegal to have on you on Babylon 5. So they were sealed up in a container, and now that the container is in here, it can be used.
Okay.
It's personal weaponry type, hand weapons and armors.
All right.
No,
Terrence.
no heavy weapon, unfortunately.
So yeah, then after that he would go start making tactical arrangements for the ship.
Meanwhile, on the bridge.
Yes.
Yes, you arrived at the bridge. The bridge is as they left it. This little flashing light on the phone. It's not ringing, but it's flashing. Flashing.
I'm just gonna pick up the
flashing.
phone.
Voicemail.
You pick up the phone.
Yeah.
About time, says the voice on the other side.
Well, I wasn't on the ship.
Now, you expect me to just do it at your leisure, don't you?
What is the nature of this call?
The nature of this call is that I require your services. And since it took you this long to answer, the haste has increased exponentially.
What sort of haste are we talking about, and what sort of...
I require your engine power. There's a ship in hyperspace I need you to intercept and drag into a more sustainable location.
Where in hyperspace are we talking about?
I will send you the necessary navigational data as soon as you have accepted this mission.
How long would it take?
Estimating your engine power and speed, I would say a week, maybe 2. Depending on how well you manage within.
Just give me a-
Oh yes, I probably should mention there may be some hostiles in the vicinity you may need to deal with.
Bet you're glad for 40 disposable bodies now.
You mean 30 disposable bodies?
No, I'm thinking of 10 disposable bodies myself.
Yourself and the rest of the users?
Oh no, the 10. There's just 10 random new crew members that just don't feel fully military for some reason.
You haven't met them. You don't know.
I've seen their personnel files, so don't seem to scrub up.
You
for
met.
some
I
reason.
mean, you're. We
No,
were
no,
all
they were
there. You
fake.
saw them.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah, come on now. Slacks, no amateur.
They have impressive fake resumes.
I'm not saying there's issues with the resume. It just some reason. Oh no, I'm joking. Anyway, just out of curiosity, how long would it take if we were to do the run from Centauri Prime to Narn? How long would that take?
Centauri Prime to Narn is about a week, you reckon?
The question is, can we do both? Is what Landis is trying to allude
Yes.
I mean,
to. Just
probably. I mean,
A week or 2 for the unknown location. You don't know where you're going. Then you would have a week or 2 to do the other mission. It's the 3-day journey to Centauri, whatever you need to do on Centauri, and then you have a week to get to Narn. So maybe if you manage to do everything correctly.
There's
There's a chance of running out of time.
I'm just going to say to Galen, you're not giving me a lot of information because I've got new crew and you're saying there might be hostilities.
Yes. Well, nothing you
Right.
can't handle with your firepower, but I would
As I
recommend
said.
cunning over brute force.
obviously I would prefer killing myself, but I'm just thinking if it had to be come to combat, how necessary. Lay it on the cards for me, Galen. If I was not to do this job, how bad would it be?
If you were not to do this task, I would reckon there would be consequences afar. You know the reputation of the techno mages, don't you? I'm not saying I would personally come at you, but I might.
Okay, Galen, you make it clear. But if I do this for you, that's all mine and my ship's obligations to you severed. Okay? Anything afterwards, you can talk to us, you can offer us missions, but no threats to my ship or my crew.
Aren't you adorable, Dan? And here I thought I would have to pay you.
Oh, I'll still be asking for pay, but I'll be willing to take a cut in the pay if it means you stop jerking. I stopped getting jerked around by techno mages all the time.
We put this phone in here so that we can use him in a time of emergency. This is the one big favor he's gonna owe us when the time comes. We need him on our side.
Have we actually used them at all?
I forgot last time, but no.
Balloon has just brought up a point. If we do this for you, what would you owe us? How would we be compensated?
It's the pros.
What's the pros for us?
You would have a techno mage in your debt.
It's big, pretty pro.
Okay, Gail, I'll give you that. Having a techno mage on a debt is a considerable reward.
All you can, if you wish. A request for a more tangible reward. Pieces of technology, lost knowledge, you know, that sort of thing.
It's more nanobots.
I think
about
Galen. I think Galen, it might be in our interest to see how much difficulty this mission accrues.
Now, what would be the fun in that?
It's called me hedging my bets, and there's a techno mage involved.
Now, talk about being paranoid.
I know that it's not paranoia.
Where's your
Galen.
sense of adventure, Centauri?
Oh, I've got a healthy sense of adventure. It's why I'm still talking to you. That's where I get sense of adventure. If I was a paranoid little Centauri, I would not even have picked up this phone.
As a Centauri, you would have picked up knowing who's on the other side. Even the most paranoid of Centauri would not ignore a call from a technomage when it comes. You know better than that. No. Do you accept, or shall I find someone else to do it for me?
We'll do it.
Good. Sending in the navigational data to your computer as we speak. We'll talk. And once you have towed this sucker into a more respectable location in hyperspace, and the call terminates.
Yeah.
You're holding the thing in your hand.
Right.
Well, that's interesting. I guess we've got 2 missions now. And 2 crew, and a major crew.
Right. I'm going to actually have a look at the coordinates, and I'm going to get Fear to look at this. I'm going to go, right. Can you tell me if us doing both jobs is going to work, or is it me sacrificing one job, me pissing off an ambassador, or techno mage? You tell me.
Well, and looking at this data, getting there, getting back, shouldn't take longer than longer than 10 days. But I think I can share a few days in that regard, that we can go directly to Centauri Prime from there. And that would give us 2 weeks to get from Centauri to was Narn. Should be a good margin there, assuming our engines work and nobody has sabotaged them.
I'm just gonna give a call to Yama.
I am right here.
Oh, Mariana. Report on the status of the engines.
Operational, I've been taking care of them.
100%?
As far as I know.
I'm just gonna
Good
go.
answer.
I'm gonna turn to Fear and go. The plot points that will be needing to take. Are we
I'm
gonna
just
have
saying you could have bought us a maintenance robot and then you wouldn't have to ask all these things.
I am just gonna go. What? And I'm just gonna turn to Malone and go. You did not buy her the maintenance robot.
Oh, we're gonna find one on sale.
Mariana, you can argue with him. He controls the purse strings. I just decide on the jobs.
Miana turns to look towards Melone slowly.
We're still looking. Whenever there's a one on sale, you're gonna let me know. But we finally got some money and types of things, and we're making arrangements. And soon, real soon, I promise. But I need you to give me some choices, specs, whenever some new ones come available. We'll see how it goes after this message from this techno mage. Yeah, that's what'll happen. Anyway, I gotta get back to this.
I'm just as he's trying to do this, I'm talking to Fear, and I'm just going, okay. And our fuel capacity would allow us to do this, or are we needing to refuel? Or would it just be best if we refuel when we get to Centauri Prime?
Apparently, Mr. Malari is not daring to speak while there is a staring going on nearby.
I am just gonna snap my fingers in front of Malari's face, and I'm going, "What's that human expression? Cat got your tongue?"
And that's when Miana's stare turns to you for making noise between during her stare and going.
Miana, I am married. That is not going to have any effect on me.
Malone, you are coming with me? No.
Let's get shit arranged. I
And she
gotta deal with
she
this.
takes a hold on the neck of your tank top and starts pulling.
Alright. I'll allow it. How much are freaking robots?
Millions. I do believe they are in the.
I think there was a good reason why we.
They're free. They're pretty expensive. That's why we haven't even attempted to.
I think the shuttle's nearly is just like the shuttle.
Is 5 million
Yeah,
about. This.
because I think we actually looked at one point and we're like, "What?"
Yeah.
Oh, there's the robots. So let me see. So Malone, you are taken to.
We're looking at the Sears catalog of fucking robots,
Yeah.
like Tesla.
It's like
the Tesla
since we
special.
are going to Centauri Prime.
With the auto drive, that's not auto drive.
You are going to order me one robot that will be waiting for me in Centauri.
We said
How-
used or on sale. Give me some prices first.
How much? I want to see him once.
I went as this. It will not be in sale. And it's 6 million credits.
I could have bought the bloody fighters.
Fuck.
Actually, I think I could get a fighter with maybe the shuttle and this robot.
It is the brand new, the latest design of the Centauri Robotics Institute. It is the specifically designed state-of-the-art spacefaring droid for the not concerning the what's the word for it?
Consumer?
Not consumer, but yeah, consumer also, but the one that is very selective.
Oh,
Discerning.
discerning.
Yeah.
Discerning spacefarer with the needs for perfection. This tireless robot, this tireless ship assistant will handle your astrogation, your navigation, your repair, and your maintenance needs. It will replace 10 normal engineers with its work speed.
Either Frog Scanner says maybe the word you were looking for is connoisseur.
Perhaps, but no. It's I
Well-
think it's discerning.
It would free up some crew space because we do have 10 engineers.
You need to fire them.
Huh?
You would need to fire them.
Yes.
Out the torpedo hatches. Oh, oops! Did I say that out loud?
But yes.
All right. Okay, I've got the specs. Soon, real soon. Okay. If you could find it on sale, I'd pull the trigger immediately. But I mean,
If this thing is not at Centauri Prime, you will pay the consequences.
Just sell the other 100 nukes, mate. Not 100 nukes, 100 missiles. Sorry.
Yeah.
all right. We'll discuss this further, but work real close. We got to take care of this thing first for the. We got to take care of this thing first for the Technomancer, and then we'll likely go with this. Especially now that we're needing more space freed up.
Actually, how many engineers do we have?
We have 10.
10. We're paying them 60,000 there.
Yeah.
There's a
Pay-
sheet called
pay
crew
it back.
finances.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at one of the sheets. No, so it technically pay itself off in what, roughly 10 years? Not 30,000.
Yeah, it's
Years.
monthly salary, by the way, not yearly salary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with, because the yearly salary for that lot is going to put us around 720,000.
So
Yeah.
in about
Actually, it's yeah,
6
10
years?
years. No, well, 10 years is going to input us to 7.2 million.
So,
you would
as
be
long as we
making
adventure for
profit in
10 more
10
years,
Uh-huh.
it'll pay for itself in 10 years. Exactly the words that I like to hear.
It will pay itself back and more, because it runs on the ship energy that you're paying for anyway. So,
Yeah, it's just the issue is
It's just money. It's just
yeah.
space credits. Malone is gonna die hugely in debt. He's fine with this.
how much is the ship's debt?
at the moment you're still in black, I believe.
32 million.
Oh,
No, that's the old ship, right? This ship you don't owe anything on, right?
Yeah, we don't show it. We don't know anything. We just need pay maintenance and stuff on this,
Yeah.
which is still expensive. I mean, we're still looking at about 400. I mean, I haven't done the finances correctly since the new changes, but it should be about 400,000 a month.
Do we actually know how much money we're getting for this job? Where we rented out the Manticore?
for the Molara job,
Yeah.
you're getting paid still.
No, not for the Malar. You know when I
Rented out.
Oh, the job. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're getting as you check your account, your personal account has 1 million credits extra.
Okay. I'll
Keep it there.
no. It's for the ship, so I'm gonna actually transfer the money. I'll keep a tenth of it, 100,000, but send the remaining to the ship's account.
Don't let your wife find out.
Yeah, that's why I'm transferring 900,000 of it to the ship's account.
So the wife can't get it.
Yeah, more than that. Yeah, fantastic.
I'm willing for her to blow 100,000, right? Not a bloody million, where that is potentially. It's not. That's towards the ship's maintenance for that run. That's the wages for the crew. So I'm making sure that's sent to Malone.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, it's about twice as much as your ship upkeep was for that.
I literally mutter under my breath. That's about 1/6 of a robot.
Just get a few more drops like that. Right. I'll be.
Okay,
then
so it
also-
sounds to me, like we're gonna do both missions then.
Or try dying. Yes.
Well, we got the crew for it. We're all stocked up and things.
Mhm.
We should probably
Yes.
make an announcement and go forth.
I'm going to be sending a message to the ambassador there.
As you are calling the ambassador in a mid speech, as you're like, call ambassador, you get incoming message.
I open up the message.
And as you stare at the screen, you see a familiar face of Mr. Morden.
Fuck a duck.
Ah, man, come on. Come on. Okay.
Mr. Gordon,
Mr. Morden.
is this a bad time?
No, it just feels like I'm one of the most popular people in the galaxy at the moment. How can I help you?
I do require a favor from you.
What's the situation?
A friend
I'm
of
all out of
mine
favors
has some
right now.
engine trouble in hyperspace and would require a crew to fix their engines. And since you are the only ship in the region that I can call upon, I figured I would use the favor you owe me. It shouldn't be far. It's about 6 days away from Babylon 5 at the moment. They have enough supplies to last that long, and some more. But if you could get there, fix their engines, and be on your way, I would consider your favor to be paid.
Send me the details.
Thank you. I will be sending the details, and hopefully we will do business in the future as well. And the connection calls, and you get the details.
Exact same coordinates.
Exact same coordinates.
There's just going to be some massive amount of swearing that probably a few decks can hear.
So,
I am not
Malone.
aware of this.
Malone, as you are let loose from Miana's grasp, and you are making accounting on your way back to your room, you hear loud swearing from the bridge's direction. Even in the cargo room, you feel this odd sudden vibration as Centauri word vibrates through the hull of the ship.
Yeah, you just see like the pull out of the camera, like what you saw in The Wrath of Khan. You know, from the ship.
Shot from above, you scream up into the air, the camera fades back slowly.
Yeah.
Or does it zoom in? It's supposed to zoom in dramatically too. Yeah, that's it.
It's a bit like that. But it's how I'd imagine the camera angle.
Well, that's my next stop. Everything all right?
How about rock and a hard place?
What now?
Morden just called. And he's called in my favor. He wants... So you see how Galen wants us to pick up a ship?
Yeah.
And give it to him? Morden wants us to repair the same fucking ship!
This is a good thing, but a bad thing. Fucking technomancers, man. What game is he playing? This changes nothing.
It makes me wonder what that ship is.
It also makes me think that it's going to be a lot more difficult. What do you say? There's hostiles in the area.
Yes.
We should probably play this one smart. Well, this will be a good test for the new crew, then, I suppose. Baptism under fire. Technomage. What is it? Technomancer?
He keeps saying
Technomancer.
Technomancer.
I don't know why I say that.
Because you associate it with necromancer.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I associated with some video game. Whatever.
Yeah.
You're probably right. Techromancer. What's wrong with me? Technomage.
Yeah. I am just going to go. Give me a moment before we depart. I think I do need to make some calls.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make some last rounds and preparations and make some calls as well.
Frank's gonna. Miana is a techno-romancer.
The pawn is strong with this one.
Holy shit. Fantastic. Yes, she's the
Linky, you have told
technomancer.
you have told Frank about Frank's gonna well.
Oh boy.
Right. What was I about to say? So you wanted to make some phone calls before you leave.
Yes, I do.
Meanwhile, you're keeping Mr. Howard in the dark about all of this.
So
Well,
far.
I'm expecting more Malone to. I'm the captain. I make the decisions. I'm expecting Malone to kind of do the executive officer role.
It's fine. Don't tell Howard anything.
This is
Probably
exact-
better.
No, this. Listen, buddy, I wanted you there at the bridge. You're like, nah, I don't need to be at the bridge. I'm like, all right.
It works better this way because now, oh man, this is going to be bad.
This is so bad.
All I know is that if this is a ship that Mortar and Galen wants, that means Slack wants it because there's some shit on it that is wanted.
And then we have the Slack angle.
I think we know how Sim's new character dies in the fiery explosion as I destroy a ship around him.
Oh my goodness, I love Zimzuk. I love Slack so much right now.
I mean, you can just give him a lobotomy and then this will fix all the issues.
Yeah, but does it mean that we kill Terrence, or do we kill Slack, or do we kill someone else? I mean,
Actually, this brings us up to a great, fantastic point. Terrence, this is Malone. If you can you meet me at the medical bay, please?
Of course.
So, let me get my things straight. Dr. Sergey.
Look.
Our previous doctor had some files on here on the personal lab regarding the brain scans. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I have a unique medical condition.
You have not.
Well, I have some little bit of brain damage and it's repaired by, well, something fantastical. Nanobots. Little tiny robots that go in and, well, there's a record of them. If I'd like you to pull them up on the machine and make out some printouts for
Yeah,
Terrence,
can do.
please.
Your previous doctor used encryption. I cannot read any file.
Oh,
I am,
Okay.
I am a smart doctor, but I am no hacker. If you want this
Oh.
done, you call Hackerman.
let's see.
Hold on. Eh, no, that's horrible.
Oh,
We'll put
boy.
we'll put a beret on her. Yep. She's not French. She just got a beret. Okay, that's how you can tell the difference.
We could tell because
I can-
one's an asshole.
Yeah,
But if you want, I can do scan.
like
Another
Mo-
one is just hitting on us all the
yeah,
time.
no. Okay, so Terrence goes away, and Dr. Townsend shows up and says, "Move over, darling. I'll take care of this." And she wants to start hacking his records.
Yeah. Alright. This is not my computer. You could do. I will go over there and have vodka. You want some?
No. Vodka gets in the middle of things. Maybe later.
Sure thing. Anesthesia. Pour me one.
I mean, technically, I can do my own medical scan if I really wanted to, but
Yeah, he
It's
offered
al-
to do
it's-
scans. We could do recent scans. Let's do
It's
some recent some new
always
scans.
a good thing to have a comparative scan from an
Yeah.
earlier time, right?
well, I mean, now that that's been mentioned, Dr. Townsend really wants to get her hands on this mind.
On his brain.
Yeah, brain.
Well,
You know
Doc,
what?
if you
You know what? I'll do the scans myself. I have a background in it.
So one's got
Terrence, you know how to do
deep
you know how to do these type of medical scans?
Yes, I have a very large skill set.
Yeah, one that is of 3 lifetimes.
So why don't you just lay on the table and I'll take especially good care of you.
I feel more comfortable if the doctor who knows what he's doing does it, if that's all right.
Don't you trust me? And
trust you
Terrence
with it.
gives you a very mixed bow.
Throw me a persuasion check.
This
I
this,
just got this
this person
image.
has no persuasion. This-
For
Well,
some reason,
Honestly now, Malone, like hearing a different way, I'm like really like, oh, this is
Weird.
Feel right.
I just got this image
Five.
that as you're saying,
This
don't you
is-
trust me? There's like a finger just trailing up like Malone's arm or something like
it's
that.
you're probably correct.
Alarms, red flags everywhere.
So this is a check at a -4 because I have a 5 in social. My social's a 5.
You know, I think I'd rather have Dr. Sergi and Anastasia help out, but you could watch and ask questions if that's all right.
If you insist, I don't even understand. I'm pretty sure I'm as medically qualified as these two.
I'm pretty sure you're not, Doc. Can you just do
Of course. If you insist, Commander.
So, as they're doing the scan, can I make a medicine roll to? Well, actually, I mean, she's fairly good at medicine. Can I just literally go step by step as he's doing what he says he's doing, just to kind of confirm that for some reason Terrence knows the fuck he's talking about. Don't know why he knows why, but he knows what he's talking about.
Sure. That would be education medicine.
Education medicine. All right. It's an 11.
The man seems to be on the ball. This is exactly what I would do.
But Dr. Sergey, please give him a scan. Your patient should always be comfortable with the hands they're in.
Of course. Now, please lay down. I will get the scanner. Have some tranquilizer. We will make you nice and cozy. And we should be done here in 15 minutes. Don't sweat. Okay? And he begins to work, and indeed, exactly as Trent said, everything goes, well, as far as you understood, exactly as they said. Slowly the scan result appears on the screens, and Dr. Townsend can look at the results with a with a little bit of drool.
Yeah. That's right.
No,
Oh.
not literally, but in the metaphysical sense. Metaphorical sense, that's the one.
You are a modern miracle.
Yeah, Miana usually used to help out with the old doctor to figure out between the two of them. You know, she's good with the tech. And
Oh, that is no longer needed. I have vast information when it comes to neuroscience of the human mind. I am pretty sure I can figure this out myself.
Well, Doc, does everything look fine here? Still in good condition?
As you can see, there seems to be a sizable portion of the brain that is oddly metallic, but otherwise seems to be working just as expected of a regular brain. The synapses are going back and forth, except they seem to be a lot more active in the metal-based section than the rest of the brain.
Yeah, and I think last time too they did like a thing where like if I get a cut, it heals a lot faster. Although I keep getting all these hankerings for salt right after.
Dr. Sergey, do you have a supposed hypothesis of the increased brain activity in this portion of his brain with the nanites?
This is the first time I'm seeing this, but my educated guess would be that it is some sort of a cybernetic enhancement causing heightened reactions in the area.
My thoughts said exactly.
You understood what he said, Howard?
Yes, did you not? It was pretty simple.
It's a bunch of jumbo technical stuff to me.
If it was any more technical, I would need to be speaking in Russian.
Okay. I do have language as a skill. Don't have any skills in Russian, but I would like to try to speak some rudimentary Russian to the doctor, just to kind of convey, like, kind of like sometimes you can't speak to, like, some people are just not smart enough, basically.
He replies in Russian pretty much that, yeah, some simpletons are like that. Most soldiers.
How freaked out is Malone right now? Like talking science, speaking Russian. What the fuck is going on?
Science speaking Russian. I didn't know.
Literally, it's going through my brain. It's like, what the fuck? Who is this guy, Howard?
Like, he's going, when did Terrence speak Russian?
Yeah. Okay, so
Howard,
here's the.
I didn't know you spoke Russian.
I dabble. So the question.
Some necromancy.
The rest of the conversation could be done in Russian perfectly, and I wouldn't. This would be great because then I have no clue what's going on.
So my question now. Yeah.
Subtitles for everybody else but me.
So my question now that Townsend has seen these, how confident would she feel like she, giving the time and the right tools, she would be able to replicate something of this advancement? Even if it took, years, like she's seen it, given enough time of research on the mechanisms of his brain, how long would it take her to figure this out?
Dr. Townsend is absolutely certain that if she is given enough access to the materials at hand, that she is able to replicate it, but she requires a fabrication device of sufficient caliber, sufficient detail, and she would need material samples either by extraction and analysis by mineral composition devices or by high grade mineral scanner.
So basically, she has to figure out a way to get Malone unconscious and then take a piece of his brain for research.
Oui, done.
Okay. Man, it's just real fucked up in here.
You should hack and get the old records.
Okay. Now, yeah, that's exactly what she's doing. Now she's going to hack and get the old records, see if she can hack the terminal to get his old records so she can start building a baseline.
Well, the hacking may take some while, but let's, in the meanwhile, move
Yes.
to Mr. Quarters.
Yes.
As your ship is making the jump out of the system, as you're approaching the jump gate, you can receive a call from Mr. Cotto. Oh, wait. Did you try to call Molari first? Oh, you probably...
Larry and Cole.
Yeah, you call Molari.
Yeah.
Let's make it this way. Right. Mr. Quarters, I assume you're headed towards Centauri Prime.
That was the plan. And
What?
then I've had 2 markers called in.
You have
The
to...
irony is, and I just want your advice.
My advice is to do
You know
what I
of
asked
Mr.
you to do.
Morden?
I would advise you to stay as far away from Mr. Morden as you possibly can.
Well,
He's a dangerous individual.
yes, I know. Unfortunately, I owed him a favor. He's expressed interest in me trying to help retrieve a ship. I've then had a techno mage call in and make inquiries on the same ship with 2 competing interests.
Seems like to me that you have a choice to make.
Yes.
You seem to owe both of them a favor, and both of them want the
Opposite.
same. Both of them want the opposite.
Yes.
So you are going to make one of them very angry.
Yes, I am.
Choose carefully. Techno mages are unpredictable and fickle.
Yes.
Mr. Morden is dangerous and suspicious,
Yes, yes.
but a powerful ally.
My
My advice is to avoid Mr. Morden at all costs.
Mhm.
Oh, by the way, have you seen Veer? He hasn't been answering his calls in the last day.
No, I tried to have dinner, but I thought he got pulled up on Ambassadorial.
No,
Jeez.
no, I haven't seen him. I've been trying to call him in his quarters, but he's not answering.
I'll leave him a message advising him. It's not like he'll be with a woman there. It's
No,
probably no. It can't be that.
it must be something else. Well, I will get to it.
Yeah. My plan is afterwards,
Don't involve
after
me
I
in
make a
this.
decision, I will be going to Centauri Prime.
I advise you to go to Centauri Prime immediately. The time is of the essence, and if you do fail this, you have failed me. And that's when he cuts the communique.
Yeah. What was the timescale that Malari gave me?
A month.
A month to do this.
That was
I'm
3
answering
days
for the
ago.
DM.
Yeah, that was 3 days ago.
So 27 days.
27 days.
Time clock's ticking again.
I am just gonna go and say,
Molara is distant third in scariness. Yes, yes, she is. Yes, she is.
this is the funny thing. He's one of the most powerful men in the galaxy, but he's the third scariest guy I've dealt with today.
Yep.
I am just gonna go. Just go.
But he's the only one who's going to be there in 2 years.
Well, I don't know that. I'm not using serious meta.
Good one.
I will put it this way. According to Landis's, death dream, he probably won't be live long enough to care. So maybe that's a way to think about it.
I know, according to my death dream, I die on Centauri Prime. So I know me going out in hyperspace,
It's not
I'm
going
going to survive that.
You might not survive your trip to Centauri Prime.
I might not survive the consequences of me going there first, but my ship needs to survive. Or I have to survive somehow to get to Centauri Prime. So
as this is going through Cortez's head,
yeah,
there's another call coming in.
I'll bring this up.
It's weird.
Oh fuck.
He seems like a mess, and I'm sorry. I fell asleep, and
Oh, asleep. You've been avoiding both me and the ambassador.
No.
Why was my ship transporting Narns to the homeworld? You know my family has no truck and slaves. Ever.
Can you come to my place in Bulldog?
I'm currently on my ship. We'll talk when I'm back.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, you
I'll
better
do
have a
everything.
good answer, Cotto.
Yes, I do.
And get your arse to the ambassador. And
yes.
I hang up.
And then is when you jump to hyperspace and we end the episode.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a good place to end it, I believe.
We put up a lot of setup on this one.
By the way, Blinky, yes. If you watch this episode, you will find out that there is a fleet commander, Narn, that arrives on the Babylon 5 station after the crew leaves. So that also has been a long-running
That's been
setup.
going on since season 1.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So too bad he didn't get to see more of his arc. Because these guys at the later episodes decided not to speak a lot to Mr. Lanon. But then again, their worries were less of the melee kind and more on the ship dynamics. So he got.
There was a lot of shit going on. There's been a lot of shit going on with her.
Mm-hmm.
And possibly never had a deal in it. Well, anyway. So how did you find the day's episode? Was it worth the wait? Or am I just as sucky as a GM as I think I am?
I mean,
No, you didn't.
no, there was a lot of things happened.
Yeah.
What do you think? I enjoyed giving that decision to Howard to create havoc.
Oh,
Malone would be like, yeah, I trust this guy here.
Yeah.
Malone's trying to be a better leader, trying to
Yeah.
delegate.
yeah.
And I like Howard, so let's do it.
Yeah.
And I love how where you took that.
I'm just loving the. It's also Landis is like delegated quite a lot of responsibility to Noah, so that he can just make the executive decisions. He's not looking at the details.
He has transitioned back to being a colonel.
If I was looking at the details, I'll probably go, what? No, why? What? I don't know this guy. I would probably be more concerned.
You don't want to know how the sausage is made.
Exactly. I just want to eat that nice big bratwurst whole.
Making the sausage is just messy.
Yeah. My only issue is that I have to keep in mind 3 opposing wants, needs, and desires of 3 different personalities.
Oh, you need to upkeep 3 opposing views. Oh, yeah.
I'm not
sorry
a mini
for you.
GM.
Exactly. I'm not the GM this time. I'm a player. This is hard for me.
Oh my god, 3 personalities. How do you manage?
3 distinct accents too.
3
Oh my
personalities,
gosh.
3 voices.
Hey, I'm not the GM this time, so I can be bold as me.
I mean, I was for my Star Trek one. I end up playing a future version of one, a future alternate version of one of my players there, who's actually trying to destroy their ship. That was fun.
I bet.
Oh yeah.
I'm enjoying Terrence a lot. I love how I'm having fun with the old Hitchcock mechanic of like
I'm enjoying it.
the audience knows something that the character does not.
I'm just kind of grimacing because I'm just wondering how much is this going to kind of, because I've got an idea of where the Landis story might go, and I'm just going, how much of this is going to be a derailment? It's going to be enjoyable, but at the same time, this is what I'm cringing.
Oh, no.
Terrence is so scary.
This person is pure chaos.
He's fourth scariest.
Pure, this character is pure chaos. I will say that.
Yeah, he's 4th scariest now.
Yeah,
I regret that we got 40. I think we should have stuck with 20. That's way too many people's.
well, too late. I mean, you want me to kill some of them off? I will do it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's
I have a gang. I can I can make some moves.
We could just keep 10 of mine and 10 of yours, and it'll be fair.
What are you going to do? Space the other 20? I'm not even going to ask.
What have you not played Among Us?
Yeah.
That's how.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it depends on which personality you ask. Different different ways to take care of it.
In my opinion, Miana is the scariest.
Holy shit! Yeah, she really was that fucking robot.
Yeah.
She's been asking for it for two and a half seasons.
She has.
It's
Ever
probably
since
time
she
to
saw
get her
those
fucking robot.
robots on the planet where we came across the eye. She has actually been consistently asking for a robot.
Yeah.
I will say the fact is that we did destroy a robot. I think that's what made her even more upset. Like, you had a robot and then you blew it up
On the ship.
on the ship.
Yeah.
So.
And you blew it up, and you didn't even bring it to me.
Yeah.
I did. No,
Okay.
I'm trying to think who blew it up. It wasn't me.
Well,
Okay.
3 of us did. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a fight.
There was a fight.
There was a fight,
It was
but I'm sure I
Nevin,
didn't land in Bro. I'm trying to remember who did.
I'm sure it was
I
a grenade.
I think. Were you even in the game then? I think it was a game where you weren't present.
No, I'm sure. No, I
Oh,
remember that.
either way. One way or the other, you blew it up.
I mean, here's the question: how much would it cost if we got her the parts to make her own robot?
4 mil in time. I don't know. We're gonna have to buy her one.
I mean,
it's a thing.
What, you're just going to buy her a Just
Exactly.
buy her the
Okay.
robot factory. Make it
Exactly.
easier on yourself.
Half the price. You get her the parts, and then she can make it however she wants to. And that brings excitement to her because she has a project.
Yeah, it's true. It was when we found the range in the secret compartment. That's exactly where it was.
With all the drugs. With all the drugs, I think we still have down there.
We've not sold those off, have we? Or
No,
done
this is just down there in the secret compartment that Terrence knows nothing about.
That's right. And he'll continue knowing nothing about.
I have forgotten that basically...
That is a given.
I'll put this out. If you ever give Terrence the blueprints, I'm pretty sure he would be able to find out there's a discrepancy in them and with the given weight and size of the ship. Like, wait a minute, something's off here.
Yeah, that's a Landis Malone secret. And
Oh no,
there was a
Terrence wants them for actual tactical reasons. Like, hey, I need to know this ship backwards and forwards in order to make sure I can always have the best offense. Like, Terrence has a benevolent reasons. Now, if Wusa says, hey, how about Slack? There's a roll to see if he notices anything. That's a totally different thing. Slack finds out shit out. Who knows?
He wants the drug for tactical reasons.
don't we all? Don't
Yeah.
we all?
It's okay. I have a gang. I'll just tell them to search the ship.
Well, you actually think about how you think about all the drugs that are being, that are common, like recreational drugs. And I say recreational.
Mm-hmm.
We're all kind of developed by the military for various different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got your amphetamines, you got your crystal meth, and all that.
You got your LSD, which was created by American Army, CIA.
Well, it's like that. Like
You're
if you
welcome,
think-
folks.
You have your entire, the vast majority of the German army when it was fighting World War II was hopped up on amphetamines to keep them alert and keep them in
Also to
combat.
finish on.
Because they were just being asked to do a stupid amount of work and they couldn't do it naturally.
We had 1 million Russians to kill and only 100,000 soldiers, so it was a full day's work and then some. But yeah.
You were outnumbered, but not outclassed.
Here I try and give you guys a robot for Miana and you blow it up.
Didn't, yeah.
I mean, he did try to kill us. I'm just throwing it out there.
You could have fled.
Well, it never tried to kill Terrence. Terrence wasn't there.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually... Was that... That was
Derek.
Dr. Turner.
Dr. Turner, yes.
Really?
It's actually quite scary how long Dr. Turner lasted.
No,
you're right, it was Nevin.
No.
It was
Dr.
Nevin, yes.
Turner died while you still had Chakaranda.
Yeah, it's Nevin.
Oh, we did.
It was Nevin, that's correct.
It was Nevin. Because
Holy crap.
Because he died on the shitty ship out in the middle.
Bogus bounty.
Bogus bounty. Yep, that's right.
Crap.
Oh man, I've played too many characters on this show.
No, hold on. Actually, hold on. No.
Yeah, you're
No,
now working on character 7 or 8 now.
No, because Bogus Bounty was the freighter that we seized off Reefa's. Well, Reefa's hands.
But that was the ship we used to help move all those Narns.
Who died.
Oh yeah, and
died.
because of the issue with that, we were then forced to then find applicable warship to dedicate to the war effort, of course.
Yeah.
We fucking
There.
took this thing over. Like, we did a badass job. First off, when we took the Manticore over, that was fucking badass because we really pulled that one off. I can't believe we did that.
Again?
Neither.
It was the
Again-
hyperdrive maneuver. Somebody had that smart hyperdrive maneuver idea, and it fucking worked. Magically. It could have went horrible, but it worked out.
Again, as I said, you look at the 2 ship combats that I have commanded.
Because it was like that, and then the fact that Malone and Nevin were able to get on the ship, and we just started fucking murdering people after that.
Oh, yeah. The board in action was a close thing,
Yeah,
but
point-
the actual...
The big point is that they never expected your ship to be able to board them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they sent all their troops on a transport to board your ships. So they had a skeleton crew working when you came in.
Yeah. But this is the thing.
But Derek lasted 25 episodes. I mean, that's like
That's over a season.
that's a season. I mean, come on now. Yeah.
Season and 3 episodes. Come on.
I mean, come on now. You guys have to enjoy it because, I mean, I feel like had Femi still been alive now, things would have went. Who knows what shit would have landed up to the
I think I like because Femi could have been an agent of chaos and working against our group wants and needs.
Because
Now it's only Terrence working against our group wants and needs, but part of the groups and wants and needs that he's working against is his own at the same time. So
Yeah.
I mean, Slack is working against everybody. Terrence is for everybody, and who fucking knows what Dr. Townsend wants.
Yeah.
But no, because Femi, like, what's his name?
he wants to lobotomize me.
What is his name? No, yeah, the dude from Psychor.
Vista?
Baster.
Yeah, that was his soul brother. So God knows what the fuck that would have done. He would be like, "I need you to do this, okay?" Because Femi was like 100% Psychor, like 100%.
So you're basically trying to you're trying to just reassure us that would it be the 100 that we should be thankful that Femi sacrificed himself.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Bester would have been like, "Hey, I need you to kill somebody." Okay.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, that was
a wow moment.
Oh yeah, I'm just going. Yeah, just space me.
Yeah.
Zim has just amazing deaths. I love it.
I think it's just like Sim here is just trying to find. He's just trying to find that amazing like death scene. So he's just going. Nope, I'm not happy with that. I got to just create a new set of scenarios.
Nevin
Let's say
survived.
take three. Can I have a fourth shot at this? Let's say take 4 now.
Yeah. Nevin survived. Okay,
I know.
He left before death came for him.
My death will
He's
catch
like,
up
I'm
with him."
out.
Oh, you're probably right. Wusu was like, "Oh, he's dead now."
I literally remembered like the weekend, like when I was sometimes I rewatch the episodes and to keep track of like how much money we spent and all that and what. And I'm like, oh fuck, we had a telephone system. We should have just used it. We had a favor to pull in. We could have just asked Necromancer guy. A Necro Mage, Techno Mage. Fuck, why did I say Necromancer again?
Technomancer.
Techno Mage. Damn it, I could. Words.
But no, I think Blinky was saying it seems like Wooster's really foreshadowing quite a bit. There's been a few things that some of us have discussed with Wooster, which I think is even foreshadowing even a lot more.
Well, you gotta set up. So you gotta pay off setups, and then later on they pay off. And today's episode was all about setups.
Oh yeah.
We got the Morden versus was it Kella?
Galen.
Galen.
Yeah.
Morden versus Galen. So yeah, I wasn't 100% sure if they want the same thing, but no, it makes more sense that nope, it's a setup for one or the other choice.
Yeah.
Pick who you're siding with.
Because one of my
I like the fear setup. The fear
yeah.
setup with the slave ships. That was good.
Yeah.
That's really good. I like the setup with Howard now.
Yeah.
That okay? Well, now there may or may not be a mutiny. Who knows?
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out. I thought of an earlier way just to give you a little bit of the brain stuff. I think that worked out all right.
Yeah.
And it reveals now a bit of okay. Maybe there is something wrong off with you. Your perfect facade that Malone's been like, oh, he's fine, and like maybe.
And the bad
he's
part,
acting sus. He's acting sus.
And the bad part is the way I have them when they kind of swap like places is like when one swaps to the next one, they have to basically be like, hey, this happened. And like, oh, okay, I know. But if the other personality doesn't tell the other personality, there's some things that can be kept secret.
Yes.
So it's like Howard knows they're doing some stupid shit, but he's not 100% sure what they're doing. He's like, something's not right, but I'm not sure unless I investigate it myself. So it's keeping secrets from yourself. It's hard.
And then Lando's on a new mission. Last episode was a good setup too. Like
Landis.
Sorry, Landis and Lando. Like with the Molari pep speech, pep talk. That's a good setup. I'm excited to see how all of these little things will these timers will pay off later on.
The setup is me. It's rewarding stuff that I introduced. Oh God, I can't even remember if it might be early second season for us.
Yeah. It feels like we've been not playing for a while. I guess it's been like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Something along those lines. Two.
Two.
So, on that note, any of you have any incoming dates that are not suitable for you on the Saturdays?
Dates not suitable. Will be...
So, like, if you want to schedule a break instead of surprise breaks.
Yeah, something's going to be happening here for me in this month. I'll very likely going to be making a trip, but I don't know exactly what day yet. I'll get back to you shortly.
I think it's the 24th of October. I think that's my shift where I'm having to work late.
Okay. So Carlos, have you already done the preparations, or can you modify so that you would be doing the trip on 24th?
I made any preps. I've been invited somewhere, but they're like, oh, it'll be in October. I'll get you the exact dates later.
So you don't even know when you need to go. Fair enough.
Yeah. It will be one that I can do it, but it will just be me having to jump in. Like
I'm volunteering at a farm. That's what's happened.
I'm pretty good. I don't have anything pressing planned this month that I know of for now.
So, can we agree that on the 24th we will be taking a break day?
Okay.
On schedule, so nobody's going to be expecting anything.
Sounds good.
That makes it easier.
I can sleep in.
I can just take a nice walk home to jump a bus.
Other than that, any other comments, recommendations, or on the 31st, all characters in costume?
I could do that.
Oh, I can't wear all of those costumes, Blinky. That's too much.
I can't. I don't know because they're like three different.
Like Two-Face.
Oh yeah. Split into three.
But you just
have three faces and then have one.
Just two stripes here and
this is Malone costume.
Right. So like the right hand side is like if Dr. Townsend went with the dress, it's like part dress.
like
stupidly elaborate.
like the Jessica Rabbit red dress on this side.
You ever there's anyone ever heard of an act? It's called the Lady Boys of Bangkok. They did a Mary Poppins sequence. So one half they're done up as Mary Poppins character, and the other half they're done up as Dick Van Dyke's character, and they literally do their routine where they actually swap each halves.
I haven't
So,
seen
like,
it.
doing like the duet.
Can't say that the Lady Boys of Thailand is
I've never seen
Bangkok is
that
my
act
thing,
myself, but it's one that has been to the Fringe in Edinburgh quite a few times.
Though I suspect as soon as Mrs. Wooster hears about it, it's going to be on my display without me liking it or not.
It's a cabaret act. There.
Cabaret.
Cabaret.
Sounds like it.
So, any guesses on how do you write down Gerard Vazou?
Gerard. Yeah, it's Gerard. Jusuk.
Vazou.
I don't know how to spell his last name. I can't even hear it correctly.
Well, to be frank, it's bird in French.
Bird in French.
Vazou.
Wazoo?
Yeah, Blinky's on it.
There you go.
No, it's close. It's, if I would pronounce it in Finnish, in Finland it would be Oiseaux.
Oisak.
I will
I can't.
wrote it down in the chat. Oiseaux. Oh, actually, I should probably write it so people can see it on the YouTube as well.
Oisaks. Fantastic.
It's pronounced Vazou.
Wazoo.
French. Am I right?
French.
I just had to use them there. It was fun.
Oh, so I thought I would do.
It's the French part. Okay.
So if we were to say goodbye in Italian, it'd be arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Ribeye derci.
Okay.
Because you know how I
the
say.
American Italian.
Yeah. Same way that I've Americanized bonus nachos.
On that note, I think we've dragged long enough. And I would like to say adieu to all of you in our traditional way, which is, take it away, callers.
Bonus nachos, everybody.
Bonus
nachos.
Bye.